Dracula by Bram Stoker. A simple summary. Dracula is a spooky story about a vampire named Count Dracula who lives in a dark, creepy castle in Transylvania. A vampire is a creature that looks like a human but drinks people's blood to stay alive. The story starts when a man named Jonathan Harker, who works as a lawyer, travels to Dracula's castle to help him buy a house in England. When Jonathan arrives, he realizes that Dracula is not a normal person. Dracula has sharp teeth, strange powers, and can change into a bat. Jonathan becomes trapped in the castle and soon discovers that Dracula plans to move to England to find more people to bite and turn into vampires. Jonathan manages to escape, but Dracula travels to England on a ship, bringing a spooky fog with him. Once in England, Dracula begins to attack and bite people, especially a young woman named Lucy Westenra. As Lucy falls sick, her friends and family don't know how to help her. A smart doctor named Van Helsing is called to examine Lucy, and he soon realizes that a vampire is the cause of her illness. He gathers a group of people, including Jonathan and his fiancée, Mina, to track down Dracula and stop him. Dracula bites Lucy, and sadly she turns into a vampire too. Van Helsing and the others have to stop Lucy by driving a wooden stake through her heart, which frees her soul from being a vampire. The group chases Dracula across Europe, trying to stop him before he can harm more people. In the end, they find him back at his castle in Transylvania, and in a final battle they defeat Dracula by using a wooden stake and other methods to stop him for good. The real-life inspiration: Vlad the Impaler. The character of Count Dracula was inspired by a real person from history named Vlad the Impaler. Vlad was a prince who lived in the 1400s in a place called Wallachia, which is now part of Romania near Transylvania. He got the name Impaler because of the cruel way he punished his enemies, by impaling them, which means putting them on sharp stakes as a form of execution. Vlad the Impaler was known for being very harsh and violent, but he also fought to protect his land from invaders, especially the Ottoman Empire. Although he wasn't a vampire, his real-life cruelty and the fact that he lived in the same region where vampire legends were popular may have inspired Bram Stoker to create Count Dracula. Vlad's life was filled with war and bloodshed, which matched the dark, frightening tone of the Dracula story. Even though Vlad the Impaler and Count Dracula are very different, the vampire legend and Vlad's brutal history are both part of the spooky world that Bram Stoker created in Dracula,